lecturer Mr. Yu Chi. Today I'll be presenting my evidence-based presentation, and the company that I've chosen for this assignment is Raiyani Air. Before I go further about the company, let me introduce myself. I am Nur Farhana Yasmin binti Muhammad Jafar. I'm a degree student majoring in finance in MGT International College, Subang, under the Swindon, Australia program. So first of all, I would talk about the company's overview, which is Raiyani Air. Raiyani Air was first established back in 2015, and the office was located in Shah Alam, Selangor, which is part of the advanced Kuala Lumpur metropolitan area. Raiyani Air is a full-service airline in Malaysia and the first Sharia-compliant airline in Malaysia, which ranks fourth globally behind Royal Brunei Airlines, Saudi Arabian Airlines, and Iran Air. The launch of Raiyani Air seemed to be a sure success given that Malaysia is a Muslim majority nation and that 63.5% of the population is said to follow the Islamic faith. Unfortunately, unstable operations at the airline were regrettably inevitable from the beginning itself. Now let's have a look on what actually happened to the airline. Well, due to poor management problems with safety and security, pilot strikes, and an insufficient amount of funding, it had to stop operating after just 5 months. A series of unfortunate and chaotic things happened where they cancelled numerous domestic flights, including those to Kota Kinabalu, Kuching, and Langkawi. So when this happens, investors started to pull after the airline's air service license and air service permit were withdrawn. And Raiyani Air also been apologizing to the customers that they could no longer offer returns for the flight cancellations. But till now, Raiyani Air do have the desire to give a comeback and make it a successful one this time around. And in this case, I would suggest on some of the HR practice that the company could adapt in order to make their dream come true. So the HR practice will be to set their goals clearly and give good trainings to the employees. Before I go further about the recommendations based on the HR practice discussed earlier, let's see why it is relevant for the company to have HR practice. Well, it is because the airline's operational issues and general incapacity were the main issues. According to reports, it is said that damaged cockpit windscreen and poor state of the aircraft caused pilots to refuse to take off. Not only that, but their services were bad too, that even the boarding passes was handwritten. So it is very clear that all of this has led the airline to step back from operating. Now let's have a look on the recommendations. First and foremost, to set a clear objective. It is very crucial for a company, for a business, for whoever is about to do something. It is very important for you to set your goal so that you know what is your target, which means you know what you are about to do. So that is what Raiyani Air should work on in coming out with a clear objective so that they know what are they supposed to do, as in the strategies that they need to come out with. Next, a significant investment in training and refresher courses is needed in order to provide a good quality of service. And lastly, Raiyani Air should be very serious on how their aircraft's condition are, which is really important for an airline company to maintain a good reputation. And I think Raiyani Air really should work on that, as they really had a very bad condition of aircrafts, which was also the main reason of their airline's step back. So now let's look further on the implications of the recommendations mentioned earlier. So Raiyani Air should be focusing on creating a strategic alignment based on the environment, strategy, capabilities, and organization. Next, Raiyani Air should be also implementing an extended and finest training programs that is required in the industry, where participation of newly hired cabin crew that would last for 4 months. And I think that's quite a long time of training, which I believe it will be a good training for the crews. Um, Next, to respond to customer complaints and inquiries in the most organized manner possible, customer support tools must be introduced. And lastly, maintain the inherent safety and dependability that an aircraft's design has given it by engaging in maintenance activities. In cases where inherent quality is inadequate, gather information for design modification. This is to make sure that their aircrafts are all in good condition to avoid bad incident happening that would disrupt their good name of the airline. So this sums up my evidence-based presentation, and here are the references that I used for the whole evidence-based presentation. And thank you for listening. Hope you have a good day.